their vote. We are just at the beginning of a huge culture war, and I fear you're on the wrong side of the bubble, says Jonathan in Dulwich. So go on then, where is that simmering anger? Are you feeling a simmering anger? I think it's gone. Not gone totally, but I think it's certainly calmed down an awful lot as a result of the last general election. Had it been that had produced another hung parliament, or given way to another referendum, then that anger might have boiled over. But I just don't see it or feel it at the moment. But if that's you, Jonathan, if you are a representative of a large number of people out there in the country who are still simmering, still feeling angry at the potential of betrayal over Brexit, 0345 6060 973. Tom Swarbrick on LBC 1031. We'll hear more from the co-founder of the Yellow Vests, Priscilla Ludowski, on Brexit, Frexit, and how politics might end up changing around the world because of what the Yellow Vest movement in France has so far achieved. 1031 is the time. with you, and I'm afraid I just don't see that. This stuff is available widely in the press. You can hear about it a lot. This has been going for a long old time now, and as you'll hear, will continue to go, because some of the demands of the group extend now beyond tax rises and tax cuts, and to things like France leaving the European Union. We'll hear from Priscilla Ludowski in just a moment. First, here's Trevor in Ardingly. Hi, Trevor.
How are you tonight?
I'm very well. Your thoughts?
All right. My thoughts are that this country is under a lot of strain, frustrated strain, and that Boris Johnson has to tread very carefully going forward. He has to be reminded that he's got a borrowed vote, and he has to fulfill the promises that he put out there to get that vote. I mean, I moved, back to England to come home, so to speak, to escape the type of tensions that I now feel in this country. And that's from talking to Britons.
But where did you come from, Trevor, originally? Where did you move back from?
South Africa.
You genuinely feel that the kind of tensions that exist politically in South Africa exist here now?
Well, South Africa's a lot worse than us now, but the build-up to where South Africa is we're talking a few years back. But when I say a few years, I'm talking only 5 or 6 years back.
But is that because what you've described about Boris Johnson and realising that he has been lent a vote is true, but the response to it, if he doesn't live up to people's expectations, is that they're just going to vote elsewhere. They're going to vote for something else, or the Conservative Party might boot him out before, whatever. It does not, to me, seem like the kind of movement that's happening in France is going to happen here.
No, I don't think we'll have a similar, sort of similar guys running around with yellow vests. I think that it'll be far more explosive and far more short-lived. The French seem to have this penchant for ongoing rioting and protest. I don't think that appetite is so much in England, but there will come a point, if things are not met, where I think that this country will have a very tumultuous and explosive couple of weeks.
And is that because the things that need to be met, in your view, are ultimately about responding to what it is people want, not necessarily have voted for, but the idea that they are going to be listened to a lot more than they have been in the past?
Yeah, you see, I think what is going on in this country a lot more than what the politicians realise, and they don't factor in enough, is emotion. Now, I know that sounds crazy, because you should actually use your brain over emotion.
Yeah.
But the reality is that most people don't engage in politics so much as they feel politics.
But that's a recipe for a disastrous political class, isn't it? If it's just based on gut feeling.
It is. I'm not disputing that at all. But if you don't change, if you don't meet the needs of that emotional feeling, eventually it will explode.
I do agree that politicians have to display the emotion of what drives them in their thinking and why they want to change what they want to change. I agree with you. It's probably why, and I did, God forgive me, such a boring individual, stay up very late into the small hours to watch the Democrat debate in Las Vegas earlier on this morning at about 3 o'clock in the morning. It's probably why Bernie Sanders is going to win the nomination, because he is heart and sleeve and